Level 90, Fishmonger Blues. Donu Hanu's shoulders are slumped. You're the fisher, abruptly introduced. Perfect timing, I've got good news. You, my friend, have just inherited the deed and rights to Fish Fancy's Donu Hanu. Nice. Haha, I jest, lass, I jest. It's just, my little shop here has seen better days, and I worry old Donu Hanu has run out of tricks to keep her afloat. Fish Fancy's Donu Hanu doesn't deal in your everyday mackerel and haddock, you see? No, we deal in danger, drama, dreams. Our fish are outstanding in their waters. Fancy catches all. Of course, not everyone shares our taste for the exquisite. The average Turalia wants something familiar on their dinner plate, so local fishers tend to throw their fanciest hauls right back into the ocean. Can you imagine dismissing a fish simply because it's got too many teeth or has eyes in concerning places? Needless to say, I snatch up whatever odd fish the fishers can't untangle from their nets and sell it myself. With little result, I'm afraid. Spend my days floundering and not in the fun way. I've all but resigned myself to mongering for the masses, but I feel like meeting you here today is a sign to keep chasing my dreams, assuming you're here to help fish me out of my troubles, that is. You had me at fish. Yes, you had me at fish. Thank you, lass, thank you. Donu Hanu, Donu Hanu! Might I borrow you for a moment? There's a man asking about a fish down at the pier. I like the sound of that. Seeing as you're officially my partner now, why don't you come along? The pier's just there. This lad here is in search of an unusual sort of fish. I reckon you'd be the one to ask. So you Donu Hanu of Fish Fancy's Donu Hanu. Please, I need your strongest fish straight away. Hold your seahorses, lad. Start from the beginning. A strong fish? 100 pardons. I didn't even introduce myself, did I? I'm Pashanine of the Wachumeqimeqi. Oh, Wachumeqimeqi. Ours is a small community in Jactaral, so you may not have heard of us. We have long upheld a close relationship with nature as it blesses us with wild creatures who bequeath magics upon us. You get magics from monsters? Incredible. I think I read about the Wachumeqi in a book once. Oh, Martin taught me all about the Wachumeqi. I've got Blue Mage. Oh, you know Martin? And you must have heard how mastering our magical arts, I believe he truly called it blue magic, fondly called it blue magic, is a rite of passage for all Wachumeqi. I have no doubt he also stressed the importance of mastering a wide array of techniques drawn from all types of beast. Unfortunately, despite my every effort, I have only been able to grasp one technique, the manipulation of piscatory energies to form phantasmal fish. Solitary link to Wachumeqi magic was bequeathed to me by a seabird. Limited though my abilities may be, I am determined to hone them into strength unrivaled by any and thereby defeat any creature my rite of passage requires. Every enemy has a weakness, and there must be a fish that can exploit each one. It's simply a matter of finding the right fins for the job. Which is why, for the first trial, I seek a strong fish, one capable of felling a giant leathery toad. That's about the most thrilling thing I've ever heard. You're a godsend, lad. A dream come true. He says he needs something strong, bold, brave, a fish that isn't tilapia. Come on, it's back to the fancies with us. Once I've thought up the right fish, I'm counting on you to go and catch it. What a glorious night. I can't wait to find us a mighty swimmer. Yeah. Imagine if all the fishing docks and all the ports in the world, if Pashanin walks onto ours. I'd heard the vague rumor about mages up north who pull energies out of critters, but I had no idea they use fish, though it sounds like the lad's a bit of an eccentric, even among his own people. All the more reason to help him. We odd fish have to school together, after all. Now let's see. He needs a fish strong enough to defeat a giant toad. The skin's bound to be thick, so maybe if he uses, no, too brittle. Give me just a moment. Level 90, Fishmonger Blues. Complete. Fish Fancies Donanu. Wachumeqimeqi deliveries unlocked. You may now undertake deliveries for Fish Fancies Donanu. Speak to Donanu to learn more. When wishes are fishes, Donahanu is swimming in ideas. But of course, the answer's obvious. I can call you Zilly, can't I? Passionine doesn't need strong, he needs sharp. To wit, the King Puffer's blade-like spines are sure to deflate any toad like a defective dirigible. I don't pretend to know how Passionine's magic works, but so long as the lad needs a fish, we'll deliver him a fish. In fact, let's deliver him several. You can never have too many fish. That's the Fish Fancies Donahanu motto. So on with you, lass. Buy yourself some crimson lugworms from Bayside Bevy and cast your line at High Tide Harbor. As soon as you've reined in some kings, hurry back. We can't keep our friend waiting. Request accepted. Wachumeqimeqi deliveries. You may now undertake deliveries for Fish Fancies Donahanu. By delivering the requested items to Donahanu and raising yourself in his esteem, you can help him turn a profit on his catch of choice. Items with higher collectability will result in greater rewards upon delivery. Speak to Donahanu to view the deliveries list. So we have collectibles turned on. We're just gonna go. We have Crimson Lugworm. We're just gonna do it. I don't suppose this one will be that hard to catch. I mean, but whether or not it comes up quickly or not, it's gonna be a different story. On collectibles. Let's do. King Puffer, yes. That's what we need, right? It's identical cast. It's a collectible, so we can't get more than one at a time. Unfortunately. Excuse me. Assuming that the fish job's going to take the longest, given the RNG involved, these first few should hopefully go quicker. Who first? You can do eat. Maybe we should be using prize catch. Yeah, I don't care about the bait. Oh, stop giving me ones. I need a 2. Damn you, RNG. It started off so well, too. Okay, well, hopefully this will be it. No! Damn it. Yes. Tentacle cast. I don't really care about the collectability rating. I just want 6 up. We don't need experience or anything, so. Yeah. Yay. Okay, we have to wait for our GP to get up to 350 again, or at least close to it, before we click yes. Once we click yes, it'll set the timer for identical cast. Whereas if we'd have just clicked yes, the timer might have gone down before we get enough GP. That'll do it. Yes. The waters of High Tide Harbor are teeming with king puffers, and they all love crimson lugworms. Flawless, the spines of true monarchy. Passionine will no doubt puff with pleasure. Making your first successful delivery, you have begun to earn Donohanu's trust. Deliver the fish Passionine needs and deliver them often to improve the prospects of fish fancies Donohanu. Behold the majesty of a king. But don't let his winsome roundness fool you. King puffers are notorious net wreckers, a menace, dead or alive. An incredible specimen. I've never seen anything like it. Then may I partake? Of course, lad. These are your fish to use however you like. You said you're pulling magics out of them, right? How's that done exactly? By eating every piece of it, spines and all. That's traditionally how they worked, huh? Meaning no disrespect, but you'd best rethink that notion, lad. You try to eat that fish and it'll gut you from the inside. It's the only way I can acquire my magics. Rest assured, I've come prepared. As I mentioned previously, my only grasp of Wachumeqi magics is upon the slippery and scaled, where the rest of my brethren must master many techniques. I must master many fish. Method is simple. I eat a fish in its entirety, and then I can call upon it at any time. Most Wachumeqi can only summon a single species, you see. The more I eat a particular fish, the stronger our spiritual affinity grows, so I am prepared to consume as much as necessary. To this end, I have spent many a moon studying the culinary arts that I might prepare any and all fish for complete and pleasurable consumption. Any fish, even fancy ones? Still the occasional anchovy for my customers to munch on while they browse my better beauties, but if folks are only looking for a feast, then we make them the fanciest feast they've ever seen. Passionine, you've got to teach me how to cook. In exchange, me and Zilly will find any fish you need for your rite of passage. You'll have more trials to overcome than one spongy old toad, eh? Indeed I will. Thank you, Donohanu. I couldn't ask for a happier arrangement. Likewise, my lad, you'll be needing a kitchen, won't you? Or did you have a place in mind? No place in particular, I admit. My only aim was finding a suitable fish. The rest I assumed would fall into place. Well, you're welcome to use old Donohanu's kitchen in the Resplendent Quarter. Nothing glamorous, but more glamorous than nothing. Your generosity is limitless. Then, without further ado, allow me to prepare these wonderful puffers you have caught. And there you have it, a king puffer soup garnished with deep-fried spines. That was divine. You really ate those spines right up. You've got some wonderful specimens already. I can feel their energies taking root within me. I must familiarize myself with the new fish before I can use them in battle. If you'll excuse me, I will find some quiet corner in which to do so. Of course. May your king serve you royally. Now I suppose we wait. Fancy a quick fish? Level 90, when wishes are fishes. Complete. Quest complete. Wachumeqimeqi deliveries. You have delivered requested items. Steam level increased. Donohanu now considers you a friendly fish finder. Donohanu is pleased with your efforts. He now considers you a friendly fish finder. Level 93, scaling up demand. Just like you, Donohanu is waiting Pashinine's return. Passionine should be back any moment, I'd wager. At least I hope so. Apologies for the wait. I believe I've mastered my command over the King Puffer phantasms. The spines were able to pierce a wooden mannequin with ease. They should go right through a giant toad. My rite of passage will demand much of me, however, I will need an arsenal of fish before attempting it. On my marks would be a gargantuan tortoise with a shell as hard as stone. Tell me, Donahanu, do you know of a fish sturdy enough to combat such a foe? There's no fish sturdier than the Wachumeqimeqi. Their scales are as good as armor, if armor were as good as their scales. You can find them in water as Hanu, and they can't resist a honeybee on a hook. Off you go now to Kazamauka with you. Thank you, I appreciate your help. Best accepted Wachumeqimeqi deliveries. Where are we going? Anu. Anu. Oh, right here. Didn't realize they'd be marked on the map. It's convenient. Now we fish. I think this is a 2-bite too. Medium bite. Might as well just catch it. Losing bait anyways. Fishing is so fun. Fishing is so fun. Yay, Wachumeqimeqi. 5 more. Oh, it got away. I'll get it this time. Didn't I hit hook? This is where I hit hook. Nice relaxing day fishing in the rain. on, let it be. Yay. Okay, one more. Let it be a Wachumeqimeqi. An identical cast and finish this. No. RNG. Ah, stop giving me fish I don't need. Let's see if patience helps any. Maybe just a little patience. No, because it'll keep it. Cooperate, damn it. Maybe we can turn that in for some scripts. Don't need any purples. I could use a few orange. There we go. One more cast. That should do it. Back to Tuliolo. The Yakioi Plecos we need should be swimming in waters Hanu. Cast in some honeybees and soon you'll be in swimming in Yakioi Plecos. Unable to carry any more purple garlic. Okay, that's fine. We'll just go buy some cordials. Firm, very firm indeed. If I didn't know better, I'd say you handed me a solid one. What do you think, Passionine? Zilly outdid herself, if you ask me. By neither beak nor talon, as we say in Akanu, nothing cracks a Yakioi pleco without its say-so. Perfect, I dare say I shall need a chisel. What's he going to cook with this? Just look at all this plump meat, enough for me to get the energies I need, and then much more. Would you both care for a bite? The soft part's here. As rich as any terrestrial game, wouldn't you say? What's more, the shell serves as a natural seal during frying, trapping its subtle flavors inside. Really know you're cooking, Passionine. I've never ventured far beyond a hot grill and sprinkle of salt myself, and having tasted your pleco all but proves that for every fancy fish, there's an equally fancy recipe. My, that smells delicious. Your fish wouldn't happen to be for sale, would it? I came to market on another errand, but that aroma is simply to die for. My apologies, ma'am, but that fish is already spoken for. Nonsense, I have partaken all that I require, so you are welcome to the rest. As for the recipe, it's really quite simple. First, you shall need a small chisel. It's work and the people are perusing our pretties. Never gave much thought to recipes, but now I see they can sell a fish all on their own, and the more fish Passionine masters, the more recipes we'll have to win new customers. Let's both keep our skills sharp, eh, lass? There's no telling what Passionine will need next. Level 93 is scaling up demand. Complete. You have delivered the requested item. Quest complete. Wachumeqimeqi deliveries. Esteem level increased. Anu now considers you a firm fish finder. Anu is delighted with your efforts. He now considers you a firm fish finder. Level 95. Big body, big beauty. Anu hums happily as he contemplates unusual fish. I have good news. Good news, everyone. A customer who bought our spare Yakioi pleco has been telling all this and sundry what a treat they are. Business for the fancies is, well, not booming per se, but much better than usual. I'm glad my culinary techniques could be of us any small help. Thanks to the two of you, my dream feels within my reach, and my training proceeds apace. Speaking of, what's next on your fish list? Surely you need a few more flippers to guarantee your goals. The next mark in my rite of passage is a gigantic crocodile of inordinate strength. Nothing short of a massive fish will stand a chance, I'd wager. Like that one. The core Pirariku is a discerning eye you've got there, lad. Those beauties are the svelte swimmers of Urkapacha, packing 10 tons of fish power for every ounce of flesh. Pelu fishers are known to throw their rods should they hook one unless they thirst for a swim downstream. I'd offer you that fellow in the tank, but he's the face of fish fancies, Donahanu. All our offerings, core Piraruku sells surprisingly well. It's likely due to its sheer volume, but Zilly here will catch you another one, a bigger one. The fisher who snagged that big boy from Carvator the First said it went wild for honeybees. Someone with your arm should have no problems reeling in a few. Probably you know how to swim, right? Just in case. Quest accepted. Wachumeqimeqi deliveries. Looks like we might need to make some space real quick. There's scripts. Never have too many high cordials. Okay, let's do a quick desynthesis. Okay, that's fine for now. We don't want to get stuck. We gotta go all the way over here. Okay. Like where Valagramanda is. Solus. Oh, this is like where the evil Yakyori guys are, huh? This fish has a strong bite. All right, let's see how long this takes. Yay! Right off the bat. Hope the rest of them go down that smoothly. That's a fairly long bite time. Hooked on a reeling. That won't do. Les points sont les poinçons. Ah. Mm-hmm. keep catching trouts? I don't need trout. Two things I got spirit bonded. Still sell for quite a bit. While we can. Oh, this is so frustrating. Luckily, it's just this, and I think like level 98, but we have to catch 6. Because I think 90, like the next level, and 100 are just the one fish. Is usually the storyline ones, if I'm not mistaken. I had it pulled up, but I had to pull it up again. And we had started off so well on this hole. Still no dice. Try some patience. No. Damn it, cooperate. We should do prize catch. Yay, finally. Oh no. And I have no GP to hook it yet, so we have to wait till it gets to 50. But who's close? Hey, Pikachu, choose you. Oh, blimey. Yay, okay, we have to wait till our GP gets up a little higher. So we can use identical hook. Yeah. Or at least we can use a cordial. And this should do it. That's it. Hauling in a fish the size of your own body is a fisher's fantasy, isn't it? Pack your pea bag and go pull us some core pirarucus from round Parvathur the First. I'm not going to ask how you managed to drag this sheer massive core pirarucu all the way back to Filiolol. I'm not going to ask, but I would love to know. Now this is the sort of core pirarucu you need. Passionine, smooth, shiny, and enormous. Are you really planning to eat all of it? Of course, my development demands it. Only by partaking of a fish in its entirety might I come to understand its energies. This applies doubly so for a fish of such prodigious body mass. Despite its size, however, I can tell its meat has a mild flavor. A sauce of aromatic herbs should pair well, and I dare say the head will have plenty of fat to lend a savory taste. You can tell all that with just a look? Now that's loving thy fish. But old Donahanu won't be outdone. I'll learn your recipe and pass it on to everyone who buys a Corpiraruca. Just wait till the Pelu Pelu get a taste of those aromatic herbs, eh? They might start keeping a firmer grip on their rods. It is my hope that by creating a delicious dish, I might pay respect to the life of which I partake. Preparing and eating this fish will take some time. If you need me, I shall be in your kitchen, Donahanu. And once I have finished, I should be prepared for my right. Level 95, Big Body, Big Beauty, complete. Quest complete, Wachumeqimeqi deliveries. You have delivered the requested items. Team level increased. Donahanu now considers you a fortuitous... Donahanu is overjoyed with your efforts. He now considers you a fortitudinous fish finder. Fortitudinous, okay. Portmanteau. New quest continuing the story of Fish Trancy's Donahanu is now available. Am I looking for Popper Lore? Level 95, Donahanu's Devotion. Donahanu regards Passionine with pride. Time's finally come, eh? Are you nervous about your trials? The prospect of testing my skills in battle is daunting, but so I must if I am to prove my worth as a Wallachie. Besides, I carry with me more than phantasms of the aquatic. Your wisdom and Zilly's tenacity will also steer me true. Keeping with Wallachie tradition, one of my brethren will witness my rite of passage. It is a hunt that will take me across the land, but my final stop will be in Uyuyub. I would be honored if you would come and meet me there, that you might see what I have accomplished. The honor would be all ours, Passionine. Wazilli and I will go ahead while I close up here. Good luck. Where the hell are we going? Yep, yep. We must be early. Better he failed. Hunting is time-consuming work, even by traditional means, might take a lad longer than when you're fighting with fish. You made it. I hope I didn't keep you waiting long. Nice. Gargantuan toad punctured by king puffers, a mighty tortoise shattered by yakyoi plecos, and a behemoth crocodile crushed by poor piraruku. My comrade bore witness to both my hunt and the passing of these noble beasts. They will be conveyed to our village, whereupon they shall receive proper burial rites. So you're headed home, then, past your rite of passage with flying colors, as we knew you would. Not yet. There's another beast I must defeat before I can be accepted as a true Wallachie. Greater and deadlier than the rest combined, a carnivorous tree with the body of a beast. I know I ought to have told you sooner, but I'm afraid I have no idea how to slay it. Surely even fish have their limits. Now listen here, Passionine. I don't know what your people expect of you, but I've seen how dedicated you are to your craft, and there's nothing the right fish can't do, so old Danahanu will get you that fish. In fact, just the other day I heard of a Brawl trader. Something strange and dangerous is lurking in the cenotes of Jatika Heartland. Leave this one to me. I was a bit of a fisher in my youth. I think I can handle one simple catch. Didn't you just say it was dangerous? I'm going after him. Passionine has always struggled with our people's arts, but few Wallachie rival him in persistence. There was a time when he felt ashamed of his limitations, but the young man I saw today was confident in his abilities. I imagine we have you and the feathered fellow to thank for that. Speaking of which, you ought to follow him to Yogg-Tell. There's no telling what sort of danger lurks in those cenotes, and I wouldn't put it past Passionine to attempt something noble but reckless. Where the hell is he? Silly, I was a fool. Thought I had it, but my line snapped and sent me reeling like some green fisher. There was no mistaking what I saw. There's a shark in these cenotes. Must have drifted here from the salt by the way of underground channels. I was already angry when I met it, and having my hook in its mouth can't be improving its mood. You've got to catch it, both to help Passionine and maintain public safety. It used honeybees to lure it from the depths, and it can't have gone far. Hurry before it cracks the hip of another foolish fishmonger. Used honeybees. Wiki says use proper lore, and I've already got it on there, so I guess we'll see. I mean, I don't think there's anything else here. Yay! You're back. Did you get that piece of carp? Fish puns. Oh no. I knew at first, Tug, that it wasn't an ordinary fish, but this defies imagination. If I had a cap, I'd doff it. Zilla, you're a phenomenal fisher. Fish of this size and strength may be exactly what I need to defeat that carnivorous tree. But look, finding one of these in open ocean would have been a trying task, but now you've got everything you need to face your final challenge. Anyway, we can talk more back at the fancies. A man needs to be surrounded by his favorite fish if he's to make a full recovery. Oof. Home at last, but at least now Pashnine is ready. Speed and strength of one of the ocean's deadliest predators will serve you well. Only you'd best make a meal of it soon. Nothing's quite so stinky as a slain shark. Before I do, I must know something. That a shop dealing in rare and unusual fish should even exist feels miraculous to me, like an answer to all my prayers. Yet you have far exceeded the demands of a fishmonger to assist me, even to the point of personal injury. Why? Yeah, well, it's a bit embarrassing to put into words, lad, but like I told Zilly earlier, these fish, these big, small, strange, ugly, fancy fish are my passion. I'm never tired of seeing what sorts of bizarre creatures are swimming around out there. But where I see beauty, some folks see danger. What I consider fascinating, others consider a nuisance. Something like a cenote shark floats into a populated area, more likely than not, it gets exterminated on principle. Unusual catches get discarded as worthless all the time. Their worth is dismissed simply because they're different, and that ruffles my feathers. It's our responsibility as fish lovers to honor our catches, each and every one. It takes more than simply loving a fish to convince others of its value. It takes a deep understanding of everything that fish has to offer. And that I learned from you, Pashanine. You're the reason fish fancies Donahanu might one day become the shop that gives odd fish a place in markets everywhere. But don't you worry yourself about old Donahanu, lad. Keep your eyes on getting through that rite of passage like the proud Wallachie you're destined to be. Now go on and eat up. That beastly tree isn't going to topple itself. Thank you. I won't let you down. Ooh. When Pashanine's due to return, I'll let you know. Thanks. Level 95, Donahanu's Devotion. Quest complete. Level 98, Catching Breath. Fishmonger's feathers are fluffed in anticipation of Pashanine's return. Any moment now, and Pashanine should be back with news. There he is. Ahoy, Pashanine, the fearless fish fighter. Pray do not call me fearless, Donahanu. I fled from that vile carnivorous tree and came here now in disgrace. My brethren reassured me that I may undertake the trial again, but I cannot for the life of me imagine what fish might fell the dread beast. It cast aside the cenote shark as though it were a mere minnow. There, lad. We'll find you another fish, never you fear. In the meantime, let's get something in your belly, eh? Nothing lifts the spirits like a fancy feast. Hey, do you have permit to travel into Jacques Tarot? Excellent. There's a fascinating fish in Shaolani that's said to refresh and rejuvenate. Nothing better to perk up our pal Pashanine, I'd say. You mean the raging Hanu head? Very same. You're familiar with old Mad Head, then? I've never seen one in person, but I've heard they resemble Hanu Hanu and that they migrate from water into the sky upon maturity. An indomitable fish, a fish of substance. We need 6 of them. Cross the bridge to Shalani and cast your line into eastbound Zorgor. And don't forget dragonflies for your bait. We're counting on you. Press accepted. Wachumeqimeqi deliveries. I'll be. That's a skyfish. Undiscovered fishing hole. Imagine that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is even in the fishing log. This location. I guess it is. Good. I think I'm looking for something with a strong bite. Only getting those cores. Not getting anything. Ooh, we finally get one. No. Make sure there's no trick to it. Yeah, this says dragonfly too. Why does the wiki say cactuar jig? I'm using the wrong bait. I don't have a dragonfly. Got away. Should we go pick up some dragonflies just to see? picked up the digs that the wiki said we would need, but it could be incorrect. Or we'd have better results with the dragonfly, maybe. I guess we'll go get some real quick. That stinks. Detour. All right, give it another shot. Anything that might speed up the process, even though we had to leave to go get them. That's not it either. And it gave our GP some time to kind of reconnect, refill. I'm out of space. Frustrating. I mean, this is really like the last one. And there's one after this, but the last time we'll need to catch 6. Ooh, give it to us. Yay. Ooh, on a roll. I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but this is one, that'll be it. Identical cast. Finish up. Yay. Alright, here's your damn fish. What could be better than having a fish twin? Toss a dragonfly or two into eastbound Zorga and reel us in some raging Hanu heads. Well, I'll be finned and scaled. In all my years of mongering fish, I've never seen a finer fellow than raging Hanu head. Remarkably rotund, yes, a fine resemblance indeed. I first heard about the raging Hanu head from a traveling Pelu Pelu merchant. In virtue of our close ties to nature, we Wallaki are always keen to hear of new and unusual creatures, you see. Apparently their eggs are laid in freshwater lakes, but once hatchlings reach maturity, they leap into the clouds by way of the waterspouts created by hell snow sharks. Yeah, hell snow sharks. Yeah. Maybe I read that wrong. First, I thought it odd that Zoctorel fish was named for Yoctorali peoples, but perhaps a traveler like the merchant found its shape reminiscent of people who left an unforgettable impression, so finally named the creature. Feet of Jactorol or Yoctorol, that's a fish that'll soothe your spirits and strengthen your resolve. I'll leave the cooking to you, Passionine, though don't mind me studying your technique as you do. If there's a trick to making heavenly catches even heavenlier, our customers need to know. Let's have ourselves a raging feast, eh? Dubiously cannibalistic though it may be. Would you care for serving of raging Hanu head? Plate me up, I'm intrigued. I just ate. Maybe next time. Yeah, plate me up. Understood, I'll get straight to work. Here we are, raging Hanu head soup. Delicious, disturbingly delicious. Meat had a fluffier texture than I imagined, a result of aerial habitat, perhaps. Without a doubt, happy is the man who sups on fresh catches, even if they do look slightly like him. Thanks for fetching us this treat. Now that Pashanine's got color in his cheeks, we can see about fishing for his final challenge. Old Donohanu's just got to give it a good think, and he'll be sure to come up with something. Level 98, catching breath, complete. Quest complete, Wachumeqimeqi deliveries. Esteem level increased. Donohanu now considers you a phenomenal fish finder. Donohanu is thrilled with your efforts. He now considers you a phenomenal fish finder. One last one. Level 100. Odd Fish Odyssey. You've never seen Donohanu in such a state of concentration. Ah, Zilly, you surprised me. I'm feeling much improved in both body and spirit thanks to you both. I'm glad to hear it, lad. Ready to take on your trial again? We need to find you a fish among fish with fins that can cut that carnivorous tree to timber. When my Cenote shark failed to evoke so much as a flinch, I tried unleashing every fish at my disposal. I think I only irritated it. You might need a fresh perspective then. Zilly, what think you of this conundrum? Sounds like brute fish alone isn't going to work. Passionine can do it, he just has to believe. That's a fair point, lass. We've been choosing based on might, but there are plenty of ways for a fish to finish first. For instance, in Yasal, Heritage Found, was it? They say lightning energies are thick in the air. Any fish that thrives in such a habitat should be brimming with power, the power to paralyze even the sturdiest beast. You up for the journey? Of course you are. You're an ally to all things aquatic. Now, I don't know area half as well as a local, so once you arrive up north, ask around. We're looking for a big, bad, and shocking. And I will continue training in the meantime. When I face that monster again, it will know true fury of my piscatory phantoms. Those in the outskirts of Heritage Found should know plenty about their local fauna. Ask around and see what you can discover. Wrong one. The outskirts. Not many come in search of our fullest urgins. Fewer still leave with one. Find yourself a popper and drop your line in the submerged skyline. The fullest urgin developed an ability to store electrical energies within its body, so take care when handling it if you're lucky enough to hook one, that is. Sorry, but I work in agriculture. I wouldn't know the first thing about fish, electric or otherwise. Did you try submerged skyline? Where there's water, I'd wager there's fish. Lightning aspected fish. Well, you've come to the right place. Can't remember where exactly, but I once saw a dorsal fin that was cackling with energy. Got shivers just looking at it. There's the submerged skyline. Way over here, huh? Could have tried zooming out first. All right. We only need one. That's it. Wachumeqimeqi. Goodbye and thanks for the fish. Sorry I can't offer you more guidance this time, lass, but I trust your judgments. Whatever fish you find and catch will be exactly what Passionine needs. I'll make sure my kitchen is ready and waiting for him. Now this is an electrifying catch, a bolt from the blue. Call it a fulma sturgeon, do they? And it adapted to the hardships of its environment by skill and dedication. This is a fish to remember, lass. Inspirational. This shall warrant more caution than usual in the kitchen. I've never partaken of a fish so steeped in lightning energies. Already keen on devouring this odd fish whole? They say you are what you eat, Passionine, but nobody shows it better than you. Ah, from you, Danahanu, that is flattery of the highest order. I will gratefully partake of your fish and attempt my trial once more. Hope you will honor me with your presence on the day. This time I will succeed. That's not a place I'd rather be, lad. I watched them fighting fish. I am not the man I was. I have all I need to prevail. Great beast of the wilds, by your might may my worth be proven. Denizens of the blue, attend. Full force. Fulma sturgeon. Nice. Great beast of the wilds, I pay homage to your sacrifice. By your might has my worth been tested, and by the fates may it be measured true. Rights will be bestowed upon your body, and by your strength shall I protect our natural world. Remarkable, lad. Well done. Danahanu, Zilly, this is all thanks to you. I came to you as a frantic novice, begging for a fish with which to prove myself, and now here I stand, a worthy member of my tribe, confident in my command of sharks and sturgeons alike. How can I ever repay you? I'm pondering the same, Passionine. How can I ever repay you for the recipes, for teaching our customers the flavors of fancy fish? Thanks to you, our piscatory pals have a place in the market. Fishers are bringing me all sorts of catches now, finding value where they didn't think to look before. Soon, Fish Fancy Danahanu won't just be that queer little stall in Wachumeqimeqi. It'll be a preeminent dealer of unusual aquatic specimens from across the continent, a place where even the oddest fish are welcome. So you hold your head high, lad, and take your place as a full-fledged Wallaki. You'll always have friends waiting for you until Yolo. Oh. Fish fancies Dunahanu. She lives, last. She pulls a humble prophet, and Pashanine's gone and achieved his dreams. You stood by us every step of the way. We'd both have been lost without you. I hope you enjoyed your time at the fancies. You had me hooked since the start. I have a new appreciation for the word fancy, that's for sure. Not really. That's so. Then remember that Tural is your oyster and her waters are all sorts of bizarre pearls. It's just a matter of finding them. Skill will continue to reel in the big ones, I've little doubt, and Passionine and I will start broadening our repertoire of unordinary, so I hope you'll come by from time to time and brag about your latest catches. We odd fish have to stick together after all. That means you too, Zilly, like it or not. Level 100. Complete. Steam contributor Fish Fancies Dunahanu. You have completed all of Dunahanu's tasks. He now considers you the fanciest fish finder. Fish Fancies Dunahanu has navigated its way to profitable waters, and Dunahanu could not be happier with your efforts. He now considers you the fanciest fish finder. There are doubtless others in Wachumeqimeqi who would welcome the aid of an able artisan. Speak with the other merchants and see how you can help. That's it. Achievement unlocked. Forever Fancy. One more.